Díagwyd, marinate, or should I say díagwyv. And agus conas atá too. There's all this talk about, people having the answers and, setting up new parties and, setting up organisations and organisations taking over organisations that were already there and saying they all have the answers and look at this and they can, sell you your sovereignty and, telling you they're going to go in, they're going to in there and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to fight this for you and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and yada, yada, yada. And it's just the same old, same old. Like, when have we heard all of this before? We've always heard this. It's the same crap, Take Sinn Féin, for instance. We went out in our droves in 2018, 2019, before all the lockdowns. We went into droves and we got loads of them elected. And half of them you haven't even fucking seen doing nothing, Haven't seen them doing nothing. Absolutely zip around they've done for us. So I am, everyone has their own opinions. I'm of the opinion that party politics doesn't work. Hasn't worked and it will never work. It's madness doing the same thing over and over again, But that's just me. I mean, if people want to go and vote new people in and into that old system, that's fine. But here's my solution here, and I think this is the way forward. It's never been done before. So it really is new. But this beautiful, beautiful book that we now know we didn't know till 2-3 years ago. It was enacted by our people, right? But for this, I'm just going to show you something. This article in particular says we have the sovereign right to choose our own form of government, right? Now let me define what that means. It means we can choose our own form of government. Literally, that's what it means. A sovereign right and a sovereign government. So this doesn't say you have to have a party or you have to create parties, It doesn't say that. It doesn't also say that the Oireachtas can go and make the rules and that you have to go and register with the Oireachtas and that they put things in place where new parties, they've done it recently, where new parties, in order to register, they have to go through all this poxy process. Nowhere in this does it say that. It says the people have a right to form their own government. So here's calmly and collectively what I believe we should do. We should look at everyone who wants to run, right? Who wants to run. And they should all run independently. It's as simple as that. Forget this party bullshit, right? I'm sorry, but forget it. If you're in a party, a party has to have its own mandate. I understand the way it works because I was involved a few years ago in forming a party. So I know the ins and outs of how it works now. They have their own mandate. They write their own mandate, their own like sort of preamble, and they have to abide by it. It's like laws that the party themselves have to abide by. So before they even think about ERA or think about the people, they have to think about their party first. And they think about what is best for their party first before they go, think about the country and the people. So this is what I believe we need to do. We need to get independents that want to run, right? Independents on their fucking own, right? On their own. Now, I know what stops people from running independently is funding. But if everybody, the people, we the people of ERA, right? We the people of ERA, we the people, right? On Pobble, we the people of ERA got together, If they didn't want to run themselves, fair enough. But if they got together and we promoted them and got 185 candidates and whoever many councillors that want to run. I've noticed a lot of people saying at the start, oh, we're going to run as a council, going to run as a council, going to run as a council. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'm running for the Dáil. It's like they just don't know what they want, you know? It's the same bullshit over and over again. Now, me personally, I want to protect our country. I want to use this. I want to protect our country. This is our sovereign constitution. It makes us a sovereign, right? No IRB, no party, nobody gives us their sovereignty. We take it ourselves. It's God-given, so it's ours, right? You claim it yourself. You don't need to pay for it. You don't need to ask anybody for it. It's nobody's to give and there's nobody's to take away, you know? That's what inalienable and infeasible means. Indefeasible. You know, can't be given and can't be taken away. So, it's like this. Anyone that wants to run, they run as independents, right? They run within their own county and constituency, and we run as many as we can. You know, obviously not everybody's going to get in, but we run as many as we can, and we get behind them as independents, and they fight with everything for their county, and then as a collective. And I mean, when I say the county of Éire, I mean the whole 32 counties. We're going to need everybody for this, everybody, because if we're going to claim. And remember, folks, see this here. This is what I'm trying to explain to people, and a lot of us that do talk about this try to explain. We are already a whole island, you know? We are already a whole island. You know, the national territory consists of the whole island, you know? It's Olin Nahéireann, the island that belongs to Éire. Do you see it? Belongs to Éireann, belongs to Éire. We're already a whole island. Now, what they did was they used the blue book. That's not the constitution. It's not our constitution. They used the blue book. They got rid of 2 and 3 in the blue book, which is not this constitution. It wasn't written in this language. This is our language. You know, this is our language. Gaeilge. You know, written in the text Gaelic, in the alphabet Clog Gaelic. You know, that's their language. They wrote it in English, yes, and they wrote it in the Roman Irish, which is not our Irish. So it's not law. This is law. This text is law. This text holds precedence over that text. Why? Because Article 63 in this says it. You know? In case of conflict between the Irish and the English text, the Irish text shall prevail. That's the Irish text it talks about. So this is law. So we get independence to run under this, and the people, we the people of Éire, you know, do fundraising for them, get out there, throw the name around, explain to everybody what's happening, and we take this goddamn country back. It's that simple. There's the solution. You know, it's that simple. We don't need anybody. We don't need parties. We don't need, you know, parties that are already in there. We don't need new parties. We don't need, IRB. We don't need anybody. You know, we already had it, and they took it away from us. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.